I'm going to do all the things before we get started. There will be a replay for this one in case you guys want to check it out. It'll be over there in the live replays in YouTube, and it will be available in our hub, like our tutorial hub, in Vimeo as well. So everything should be running at this point. Let me go ahead and get everything set up. Welcome everybody. It's a late craft today. I just got done pulling all the t-shirts, doing all the things, getting ready for our t-shirt show tomorrow. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I'm very excited about that. And we're gonna do a craft together. So let me copy this, send a broadcast. I forgot I can't send a broadcast from my iPad. Oh my goodness, y'all. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Hello, friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me get this pulled up over here. And I'll send a broadcast really quick. I'm back. Let's see. Hold on. Let's share, copy. Let's go over here. Let's send a broadcast. And then we'll get started. Hang on. Patriotic, Suncatcher with me. All right, paste and send. Okay, that's done. All right. Hello, friends. Welcome. Hello, Julie. Let me pull this up over here on the YouTube. I got to put my glasses on. Y'all, I think I'm wearing my glasses looking far out, and then my vision gets really blurry, and I have a hard time, and I'm getting a headache. So I've got to remember to take my glasses off when I'm not, like, needing them for something that I need to use them for. So, let's see here. We're going to be doing this. Oh, let me turn the volume down. We're going to be doing this right here. I'm probably going to switch to this one because you'll be able to see it. Or maybe I'll put it here. Let's do it this way. I'll be at the bottom. That way our craft can be at the top. That way we have room. I wonder if I can zoom out. Let me see if I can zoom out. Can I zoom out? Oh, I can't zoom out, and then it will... Oh my goodness. If I zoom out, it's going to put black bars across the bottom. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Y'all. We'll do it like this. We'll do it this way. We'll just put it like that. I'll try to keep it right here. I'm going to scoot myself around. I'm going to try to keep it right here. You finished your Patriotic Raggedy pair today and you love them? That's awesome. That is so fantastic. I'm so super excited. I can't wait to see what it looks like. Y'all, let me zoom this out just a little bit more. I feel like I have to drag it all the way over to pull my window and make it smaller. All right, y'all. We're going to do it like this. It is what it is. There we go. Sorry, y'all. Let's move it up just a smidge. Okay, that way the comments should be more towards the bottom and not like... Maybe... hopefully the comments are not in your way. All right, so here's what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do today. It's going to be our craft today. We're going to do a faux stained glass Suncatcher, and this is going to be Patriotic style. This is style 352. So this is a wood cutout that we cut on our laser machines. We cut these for people who craft just a single craft, or people who teach classes. We offer these in bulk packs. We have this in a 6-inch size. This is a 12-inch size. So if you teach classes, like workshops, in-person craft parties, we cut these for other small businesses, but we also make these as a single for you to craft at home and do things like that, okay? So this is our project today. We're gonna paint this first. I need some wax paper. And I like to do black. I'm gonna do black. And we've not done one of these in a while, in a hot while. And the reason I wanted to do one of these is because our crushed glass is 30% off through April 30th, which is tomorrow. And these outlines are 25% off. Resin is 25% off. And so you can get your supplies right now on a really good special if you want to try these out. Like I said, this is a 6-inch size or a 12-inch size. You can get a 6-inch size, which is a little bit smaller. Okay, so we're gonna paint this black on both sides. We're gonna fill it with crushed glass, and we're gonna put resin, and we're gonna let this cure, and then it's gonna harden, and then you can put a chain on here. You can hang it in your window. You can hook it from suction cups, hooks here. You can do whatever you want to. If you don't want these hooks on here and you just want to, you know, put it, you know, however you want to display it, you can snip these off. These will just snip right off, but I am going to leave mine on here. Hello everyone, welcome, good evening, good evening. You liked it with me on the bottom and the craft on the top. That would be this. The problem is I'm going to be doing this and all you're going to do is see my head. So that's the reason why I was thinking we're just going to switch it back over here to this. And then me at the top, again, I'm going to be looking down doing this. Like there's no point in y'all looking at the top of my head. So I understand you like it, but the camera is up here and I'm going to be down here. So we're improvising today. We're improvising. All right, let's get this thing started, shall we? I am ready to go. I wanted to honor my word and show up and do all the things. Let's see. I have a couple of kits I got. Do you recommend buying a bunch of the smaller bags or selecting just a few colors? Blue Rose. Okay, so y'all, I've been streaming on Twitch. Hello, Blue. It's BLUROSE. Hello. First of all of the Twitch people. Hello. I have been streaming to Twitch for probably the past 60 days, and I don't think anybody watches my videos, but I do crafts, okay? And I'm on Facebook over here. I'm on YouTube over here. I've got all the things happening. But my son and his friends were like, you should put your crafts on Twitch. And I'm like, okay. So here I am doing all the things. So we're going to do crushed glass resin art, okay? That's what I do. We cut these on our lasers. Same crafty people here. Yes. So we're going to do this with crushed glass. We're going to use resin. I've got mirror. I've got red. I've got white. I've got blue. And we're going to do a patriotic craft. And y'all, everybody loves these, okay? Everybody has the best time. We've done about, I don't know, 40 or so, but we have about 380 of these outlines that you can choose from, and we're gonna put a backer on, we're gonna fill it, we're gonna do all the things. So if you guys wanna hang out on any of the platforms, we welcome you to be here. First thing we're gonna do is paint this black. If you're probably on the Twitch, you see my computer over here, but I'm trying to stay within the little YouTube and Facebook range right here. So it might be a little further away for you guys, but I got you. So all you Twitch friends, welcome. I think you're my first viewers. I don't even know, but I just go with it. I'm like, everybody will show up when they want to. Consistency is the key, right? But thank you for showing up with all of your friends, you know, and all the things. Oh, by the way, this is 352. 352. You just pop it out. It just pops right out. And we're going to paint both sides, front and back. So we're just going to paint it black. And this is just deco art paint. All of the Facebook friends. Hope y'all are having a great day. All the YouTube friends. I don't really know how to balance my, you know, where are all the things. But everybody's special. Everybody's important. And we are so glad to have you here, and hopefully you enjoy this. It does take time. You deserve so many viewers. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Oh, you haven't even seen half of what we have. If you are not following my tutorials, listen, you better follow, because I do cute stuff. I do cute crafts. You should see all of them. All my Facebook friends and YouTube friends will tell you they're so good. Yesterday, oh look, we did this. This is our free gift right now when you shop with us. Yesterday, what did we do? Oh, we did the frog. Let me grab you the frog. We did the frog yesterday. Here's our froggy that we did. And it's an interchangeable. And this is a little flower pot. I did a faux finish on this, but look at our cute little frog. It's cute for summer. Let's see. We did this. Oh, we recently did this flag. Just in case you haven't seen it. We did this flag, and I love the stitches. I'm kind of obsessed with the stitches right now. And it has a little easel back, so you can prop it up. So we do more than just glass and resin, but I love crafting and DIYs. OMG. You love the stitch look? Same. So welcome everyone, whoever is watching wherever you are. Cutest frog ever. Renee says cutest frog ever on the Facebook, y'all. She's like, cutest frog ever. I love to do crafts. Like, it's one of my favorite things to pass the time besides, like, you know, true crime. I watch a lot of true crime documentaries. It's crazy. That's my little side hobby that I have. True crime and crafting, you know, all the stuff. Such a good time. Yes. So the way this works is you put a paper, it's called paper transfer tape. It's like a giant roll of masking tape. You put it on the back and then you fill these openings with crushed glass. And then it kind of looks like a crackle glass when it cures, and you put it in the window. These things are so much fun to craft and make. I have a few that I did this year. I haven't done a lot of them because I've been doing a bunch of other crafts, but we manufacture these wood cutouts. We have these ginormous lasers, and I do the tutorials showing you how to use the things that we manufacture. And we are approaching 50,000 orders. I'm very curious to see if how many actual items like craft kits we've actually done from the beginning. But I would imagine it's probably 1 million craft kits. I would guess. You watch true crime also while you're crafting? Sandy, yes, girl. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. All right. I'm going to finish painting this, and then we're just going to dry it. You don't have to sand it or anything. And I like to use a sponge because it does a really quick application. And that's all you got to do. And just make sure it's dry when you apply the paper transfer tape, or it will not stick. And this is a little bit of a wider span, but these come wrapped on a cardboard for secure, you know, to secure them so they don't break because they are hollow. And April cooks them in the craft kit oven. So we don't have a shrink wrapping machine, so we bought this convection oven that's like an air fryer oven. It's a French door, and that's how we shrink wrap all of our craft kits, is in the little oyster oven, or Oster. It's an Oster oven, I think. Listen, you got to do what you got to do. You think a lot of crafters listen to them? What do you think that is very interesting, Sandy? I think that it is very interesting that a lot of crafty people tend to be attracted to like documentaries and court trials and true crime and, you know, all the things. I think the beauty community is like that too. They're into like true crime. Very, very interested. I love to watch documentaries. I watched a documentary, the Hulk Hogan documentary. Oh my gosh, at first I did not know he died. You're working on the crafter insert? Lots of pieces. Renee, it is a lot of pieces, but it is so much fun. And it's beautiful on display. It's so good. All right, now that this is painted, we're going to dry this. And I'm just using this little heat tool here. And I'm going to turn it to like 180 degrees. And we just want to make sure that every bit of it is dry. Front, back, all the things. I think I want this to be my front. So when you do the resin crafts, the back is going to have a matte finish. The front will have a glossy, shiny look. So you just want to make sure that you pick the orientation that you want. It's so relaxing. I agree. Hello, hello, everyone. The Hulk documentary was awesome. I learned a lot about, like, not his character as the Hulk Hogan, but as, like, the person, like, as himself. I thought it was very interesting. So you can do this going this way, or you can do it going this way. And then you can put a chain on it, you can put twine, you can put ribbon, you can do whatever you want to with this. But right here, and then we don't need our wax paper anymore. We don't need our paint anymore, okay? So what we're gonna use is this stuff called paper transfer tape. Let me grab it out of the floor, okay? It's this giant roll of sticky, it's low tack, so it's not super sticky. It doesn't leave a residue like contact paper. And this is the Frisco Craft brand. I will tell you guys that if you are trying to get this on Amazon, it is currently sold out and it's not even available. They only have the 6-inch roll. But you can get the Tape Man Blue, you can get the Vinyl Ease. There's a couple of different brands, but you want to get the paper transfer tape, not the clear. You want to get the stuff that's like masking tape because it's low tack and it doesn't leave a sticky residue. You don't want to use vinyl. You just don't want to do that. So this is what we're going to put onto here on the back to hold everything in. That way it doesn't leak, our gloss doesn't go anywhere, and it stays in place to cure, and then we can peel it off when it's all done. So Frisco Craft paper transfer tape. Frisco Craft, okay? Just so you guys know, Amazon. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to roll this sucker out. We're going to roll it out like a giant roll, okay? And we're going to cut it. Okay, we're going to stick this on, and I need enough room to put this. So I'm just going to make sure that I have it kind of angled a little bit. And I wanted my orientation of my eagle to be going that way, not the other way. So I like this orientation, so this is going to be the front facing me. All right, so you're going to use your paper transfer tape. You're going to get you a pair of scissors, preferably ones that cut well. Mine are kind of crappy. And then you just roll it back on to itself. So you just fold it back over, and it is truly like a giant roll of masking tape. And then I just stand it up on the floor over here. Now, what we're going to do next is take a quart-size stir stick from Lowe's or wherever, or you could use a brayer or a rolling pin or whatever you think, you know, is going to work, and you're going to burnish it to the back, okay? So I'm going to start pressing just to get it to where it's adhered pretty decent. And then I'm going to fold these corners because they're going to want to roll backwards. I'm going to fold them over onto each other. And I always say that's how I'm going to not stick my fingers to it, and then I still end up sticking my fingers to it. It doesn't matter. Then we're going to fold this one over. Okay, and then we're going to come around here. We're going to fold this side over too. Just like that. And then we're going to fold this corner over. Let's go ahead and fold it this way. Just like so. Now, if you want to cut your edges off and make it smaller, you can. I'm just going to leave mine like so. Maybe cut this little edge off over here. Maybe just a little bit. Just to make it a little bit smaller. All right. Now what we're going to do is flip it over. Okay, we're going to flip. And now we're going to take and try not to let our paper stick to our whatever our work surface is. And we're going to use our little stick, and we're going to burnish this on to our wood cutout. And you want to make sure you get all of your edges because you don't want your resin to leak. Get all your edges really good. That's why you want your paint to be dry. And I like to do all the things. So we're going to come all the way around to the edge, right up to the top. Come to the edge here and move those. So we don't want any leakage. Get that. Head. And then get our tail. And once you do this, you just don't want to move around a lot because this will start to pull away if you do too much moving. And you don't want that to happen. You don't want any leaking. So you kind of see here where I haven't done any burnishing, and you can see where it's really started to stick on this side. So this is what we want. You can see how it's starting to change color just a little bit. Now, if you have trouble with it sticking, you can use your heat tool to help it stick a little better. sure I get that little area. I feel like that's going to be problematic. And you don't want to puncture it. Okay, so now it's pretty good that we can lift this up and flip it back over. And you want to grab your wood part and not your sticky paper. Okay, so now it's stuck. It's good to go. It's all stuck to the back. So now we're going to start filling this with our crushed glass. I got to get my cup. Let me grab my little cup that I use. I have a couple of them. Right here is our little silicone squishy cups. These are great for putting your glass in. And then I have these little cups, that way I can switch in between colors. I just get these. They're like paper cups. Switch in between colors. Oh, you think you're going to go Sunday to see the Michael Jackson movie? I think I want to go see it with my sister if she wants to go. But I also think that I don't know if I want to go. Use that hairdryer since you ever mentioned it. Look out, here's a lot better. Yes, it does adhere better when you add a little heat to the adhesive. It does stick a lot better. All right, so this is what we're going to do, y'all. We're going to do our eagle top here. White. Oh, y'all, give me a second. I forgot the black for the eye. Oh my goodness. Let me get the black. Black. And golden honey. Forgot the black. We got to do the eyeball black. So I had to go get my black glass. Okay. So we're going to do the little eyeball there, black. We're going to do the beak. This color is called Golden Honey. It's going to be like a little yellow spot there. So you don't need a lot of it. And this is a 16-ounce bag of crushed glass. And that is the 1 to 3 millimeter. It is not the chunky glass. We're going to do the head white. We're going to do the body right here blue. We're going to do some blue through here. We're going to do some red and white. We're going to do some blue through here. We're going to do all sorts of goodness. So it might be red, white, blue, like in the tail, blue body, white beak, and then maybe do red, white, and then red, white, blue, red, white, blue, red, white. We might figure out what this looks like, okay? Just with our pattern. So that's what we're going to figure out. And I'm going to start, I think, with, I think I'm going to do the white last, because white is a little challenging. I think I'm going to start with the blue first. I'm going to do the blue body. I want to really get something happening here, and then I want to go ahead and do this, and then I want to see how the rest of the wings come together, because this is going to be our tail, and it's all going to try to tie it in together. So I want to do this a red, white, and blue theme for like this year. It's 250 years, right? So that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead with our blue. Now this is royal blue. I might need to go get more. I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna go with it. So this is going to be royal blue. We're going to use this one first. And if you have never used crushed glass or resin to do any of these crafts, it's like the consistency of like coarse salt. That's kind of what it is like coarse salt. It's just little pieces of crushed glass. Okay. And we're going to put that right here in the middle, and all you do is pour it in. I do not put the resin in the glass because you can't separate the two afterwards, okay? So we're just going to put it in, and we're going to push it around with our finger, and you can put as much or as little. The less you do, the more it's going to look like mosaic. The more you do, it's going to look more crackled and like a crackly stained glass. So it's all about whatever your preference is. Okay, so we're going to get that body blue first. And I think I'm going to mix mirror in with the white, I think. I'm not quite certain for sure, but I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, let's pour this around. And you don't want to get the glass in the other openings. So try to keep it contained to these little areas right here. And I'm doing this tutorial with you guys as if you have never done these before and you're like first timer. So if you watch this tutorial, you'll be able to do this from start to finish as a beginner. And I'm going to try to remember to tell you all the little tips and tricks. And if you have done these for a while, then you know exactly what to do. And if you're on Facebook and you're watching, you can comment the word Suncatcher and you can go and see all the different supplies. If you are watching on YouTube, there is a link in the description. And if you're on Twitch, you can go to suncatcherdiy.com. Suncatcherdiy.com. And that will take you to our landing page to my shop with all the things. So we're going to put a little sticky dot on the end of a paintbrush, and that is how I'm going to pick up the glass that goes into the other little areas. It's just a little sticky dot. All right, so our blue is all filled in, and so I said I'm going to do red, white, blue, red, white, blue. But now I'm thinking, should I do white, red? Well, red, blue, white, red, blue, white. What would be the pattern I would like? Red, blue, white, red, blue, white. Maybe the blue coming through here and then the red. Let's do that. So let's do blue here. We're going to change up our pattern. So we're going to do blue. And you see, I still have a lot of glass in here. I've used some. I've just not used a whole lot. You don't need a whole lot. You have one kit in your cart now, just waiting for payday. Yes, girl. I hope you have a good time. Yeah, we do have some kits that come with glass. They don't come with resin, but you can get your glass and your wood cut out in my shop. There's about 26 different kits that you can choose from that we've crafted in the past. All right, so I've got this one, and then we're going to do this one here. I think I like that. You're working on your order? Well, I appreciate that, Debbie. I appreciate that. If you guys wait till tomorrow, I know that's kind of crazy. If you want to wait till tomorrow, April 30th is my birthday. We have an extra free gift for the first 48 orders that come through. Let me show you what it is. So it'll be this little mini craft is special tomorrow, and you'll still also get one of these. So it'll be randomly selected. The little beach bag sitter or this one. But if you order tomorrow, well, it starts at midnight. Like my birthday would be at 11:59, at midnight, at 12 midnight. Every order from midnight, the first 48 will get that little house because we only have 48 of them cut. So if you want to wait till tomorrow, you'll get an extra special gift on my birthday. You'll get an extra craft kit. I've been telling everybody, my birthday, we have 48 different ones. You don't want to miss it. But it's completely up to you. If you don't like that one, you can just do whatever. All right, so now I'm thinking, okay, what do I want to do with the blue throughout here? I need to figure out what that looks like. So right now, I'm getting a really good idea of where the white's going to be, where the red's going to be, white, red, white. So I have a good idea. Red, white, red, white. I'm trying to think about what that looks like here. And then where are we going to do our blue throughout the wings and our red throughout the wings and our white? So I need to figure out really quick. It's your daughter-in-law's birthday too. So we've got blue. So if I do red, white, blue, there's only 4 openings here and I have 3 colors. So I'm thinking maybe what I should do is do what's my pattern? Red, white. So there's 4 here. Let's do blue and blue, red and white. Blue and blue, red and white. That might look weird. But if we do red, white, blue, red, red, white, blue, red, red, white, blue, red, red, white, blue, red, red, white, blue, red. Is that red? White, blue. So I'm trying to remember what to do. I need to write it down. I need a thought process. Okay, let me think this through. I am going to be 48. Yes, my birthday, I'm going to be 48. I'm not trying to complicate this, y'all. I just need to have an idea what the heck I'm doing, because you can't change it. You can't go back. Can't go back. All right, so let's do so I'm gonna go ahead, before I write this down, let me do something. I'm gonna go ahead and do red. I'm gonna do the red, I'm gonna do the white last. Let's put our blue in this cup. Okay, and we're gonna switch over to ruby red. So we have a firestorm and this is ruby red. So this is the more vibrant red. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Oh, that was so close. That was way too close. Okay, so we're gonna do, I said red, white, red, white. So we're gonna do red here. Let's go ahead and get that going. Can use a paintbrush to kind of scooch it where it needs to go. I don't want to overcomplicate it, but I want it to look really good. Okay. That looks pretty good. You just don't want any spots that are open. Okay, so we filled that. I really like that. It's so good. It's so good. So red, white, red. Try to be careful about filling in all the things. To clean that out over there because there's a lot that got into that little side there. And then just press it in, tap it, it'll I'm making it flush with the wood. And then just scoop this up with our little adhesive dot. And there we go. So we got our two little spots here. Here we go. Looks pretty good. Okay, so I've got two reds here. I said I think I'm going to do two reds here. Possibly. I think I said that. So red, white, blue, red, white, blue, red, white. I don't really want a white at the top. I want to do red, white, blue. Red, white, blue, red, white. Let's do that red. We're going to do it. I'm just going to commit to it, and this is going to be what our pattern is. It's going to be fantastic. Let's do this side over here. Oh, wrong one. Y'all, see what I just did? Wrong opening. Let's move it over. It goes in this one, not in that one. I'm just making a mess. See, mistakes happen. Scoop it out. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Let me get my little scooper. I have my little scooper tool over here. A little scooper. It's got a little flat edge on it like this. It's a little scooper. It looks like a little mini metal spoon. That's what we're gonna use. And I'm gonna move it over. There we go. I don't want to puncture it. And then I'll use my little sticky dot to get the rest of it out of there. Pay attention. Don't do like me. Pay attention to what you're doing. All right, let me get my little sticky dot. All right, let's pick that up, pick that up right there. Wasn't planning for mistakes like that. That's okay. It just goes to show you that nobody crafts perfectly, and it doesn't always go as planned. But these little dots are a lifesaver. All right, let's get the rest of it out of here. Last one. There we go. I'm not going to worry about what's on the outside. It'll be fine. All right. Let's put it in the correct opening. There we go. Problem solved. All right. Perfect. This is where you need to figure out what your color options are going to be. Like, where are you putting it? Where's it going to go? There we go. Awesome. So I said red, white, blue, red, white, blue, red, white. So red, white, blue, red. So let's try that again. Red, white, blue, red, white, blue, red. Yeah, red here. You know, if you want to map it out, you can do that in advance. Red, white, blue, red. And then we'll figure out what those are going to be based on these outer edges. I'm just going to go ahead and fill this. It is tedious. You could use a little scooper. You can pour it in like I'm doing. Hey, April? Yeah? Do you want someone to come pick you up? Oh, no, I'm fine. Are you sure? No. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, so we've got our red and we've got our whites. Or we got our red, and this backer is helping us see where our white's going to be. So we know these are going to be white right here. This is going to be white right here. This is going to be blue, white, blue. Okay, so we know these two are going to be blue, and then we need to figure out what these are going to be here. All right, so let's do this other side, and that way all of our red will be done. So we need to do this one here. You could also use colored resin. You could use mica powders. You don't have to use glass. And you can use a UV resin instead of like epoxy, like A and B resin. I use the A and B because I really like it. I get really impatient with the UV light curing. Alright, so there's that one. It's coming together so good. And then the top up here. And just scooch it around wherever it needs to go. And you can move it. If you just tap and press, you can just scooch it around. Alright, so there is that red. I'm gonna add my blue in here so that I can decide how we're gonna do this part here. Not a big fan of UV resin. Some people don't like it. Some people are just not a fan. I'm gonna add just a little bit more of that. All right, we're gonna pour our red into here. I don't think we're gonna need too much more of that, but we do have the middle to fill. So let's go ahead and swap our little cup to our blue. So we wanna do red, white, blue. So we're gonna do blue here. And I don't want to get the blue into the red, so I need to be really extra careful. Try to keep a little bit slower with my application. And getting this in here. Now you could do your whole body, like all of this part blue, and just do your wings red and white. There's so many ways you can do this. You could do like ombre, you can mix colors, you could do it completely different. You can do it traditional, like the browns and stuff. Do that. Let's put that right there. So pretty, right? It is such a fun project and great for this year. I'm not even kidding you when I say this is a great, if you teach classes, in-person classes, you need to be booking classes for this one. I'm not kidding you. This is a 250-year opportunity for you to get classes going for this one. And I guarantee you, if you started booking your classes, you'd probably fill them up pretty darn quick. All right, let's get this one. Got to get this little corner. So sometimes if you can't get the corner, take a sharp edge or something and scooch it right into that corner to fill it in, because you don't want any white space. All right, let me clean out that little opening. Ah! I'm going to clean out that red and that blue. Alright, I don't think I have any more in there. Okay, now we want to do red, white, no, red, white, blue. So this one's going to be blue right here. Now, unless, if you want to do mirror instead of white, you could do that also. I'm going to mix my mirror and white. I think it's going to look really nice. There's our blue. Isn't it so good? Thank you, Nikki. It's looking good. Yes. Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful. All right, we're going to match that over here on this side. You guys have never done these crushed glass crafts. I'm not kidding when I tell you it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And then you can hang them in your window and just admire them. Some people put them on their wall, on their front doors. Some people will frame them. There's all different things you can do. Okay, so now we need to figure out what this is going to look like. So we have white, red, blue, white, red, blue, white, red. Now I'm going, okay, if we do red, blue, white, red, red, blue, white, white, no, blue, no, red. So this is going to be white, so we cannot do white here. So we need to do this one white. You're a huge crafter, but you've never crafted with glass. This looks fun. Oh my gosh. First of all, Nikki, go to my YouTube channel. There is a playlist with about 20 plus other tutorials that I've added to the YouTube channel. Some of them are edited down, like not the long versions. Some of them are the quick versions, and some of them are the full videos. But we've done about 50 different ones of these, and we have almost 400 styles of these. So we are about at, I think, 383. This one's 352. What did I say this was? Yeah, 352. So this one is 352. So if you're going to like, and this is a 12-inch, we also have a 6-inch version. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, you have to go check them out. We have, we released these last March, and we have added to our collection in different releases. We're working on a new release for this year. This is so good, but I need to figure out my pattern here because I'm not really sure exactly what I want to do. I feel like this should be white and red, but I feel like this should be white and red, like red, white, but I think it should have blue. I really, really do. I think this one should be blue and this one should be blue. You need 352. You need 352. Yes, girl. Yes, girl, yes. But see, these two would be red and white, white and red. And this one would be off. So here I'm going, I don't know. But if I do blue here, I feel like that's going to look weird because it's going to look like there's blue going straight across. I don't like that. But if I do blue here and do white or red, then blue and white, that would be a good blue, red, white, blue. Hold on. So if I'm imagining this is blue, let's do blue. I just need to do blue because I'm not going to be able to visualize it. Sometimes I can visualize and sometimes I cannot. So we're just going to commit. We're going to put blue here because I feel like it's going to be a great choice. It's going to be a good choice. We're going to do blue over here. Okay, that's going to add some blue to the middle here. And we're just going to do it. So see how you can overthink it and then you can be like, what is happening? Just make a choice, okay? Make a choice. I feel like that blue starts to balance out all the blues throughout the project. Okay, I feel like it's going to be a very good mix of colors. do glass either. I put scrapbook paper. Oh, yeah, you could do yeah, some people do scrapbook paper. Some people do the cellophane stuff. What's that? Gosh, I can't think of what it is. It's like a transparent paper. It's really good. So we need to do red and white. No, we need to do red. Let me swap it. Let's go to the red. We're gonna do red here. Don't overthink it. Remember what I said. Don't overthink it. Oh, we're gonna be done fairly soon. And it's gonna be so good. All right, let's clean out the little pieces in there. Right in there. Okay. I feel like that should be red and not blue. It's gonna look off, but I think it's gonna balance it as the best choice, okay? It's gonna be a good choice. It's gonna be a nice color mix. Well, I just made a mess. That's good. Last thing we have to do now is our white after we do our red. All right, let's finish this. So we need red here. Y'all, this is just speaking my love language of adorableness. Crafty goodness right here. I am here for it. I think I overfilled that just a little bit. Let me scoop out just a smidge. I don't want to scoop out too much. There we go. All right, I need to get this little piece right up in here. Let's go ahead and grab that. Okay. Bye. Bye-bye. I'm sure she's already gone. Nikki was on YouTube. She said, bye, I'm going. All right, and then we need to do this right here. This one here, and then the last thing we're going to do is fill in our red, our white, and our black eye, and then our beak, and then we're going to put our resin in. Holy smokes, what just happened? I know what happened. Got a little messy. I do like to overfill just a little bit. I like it textured looking. This one I'm thinking I'm not wanting it to be so textury. I needed this after pulling all those shirt orders. Oh gosh, I needed a distraction. This is cut 352. I'll leave the number here so you guys can see it. It's 352. And I had to zoom my video, my camera out just a little bit so you guys could see the whole thing. So there's a black and there's a black line up top and a black line down here if you're on Facebook. Probably on YouTube as well. I don't know, but gotta get that corner right there. Corner is white. I'm not a fan. There we go. All right, y'all. So you have a couple of options. You can fill this with white glass, which is not clear. It is opaque. Is not transparent. Okay, so it's going to be a solid white glass. So I'm going to use mirror in with my sprinkles of white. Okay, so we're going to use mirror. We are done with our blue. We are done with our red. We can put it back in our bag, and you see we didn't use that much. I still have quite a bit left. Okay. This is a bag that will stand up, so it'll stand. So I'm just gonna stick that over there. I'm gonna put my red back in. Okay, and I just put that right back in there. And here is our red. This is ruby red. This is royal blue. I'm gonna set these behind me out of the way. We only need a tiny smidge of black for the eye. Now I think I'm going to do the white. This is Snow Cap, and we're gonna mix it with our mirror, and our mirror is like this. So it's like a mirror look. We're gonna do our mirror and our Snow Cap and layer it. Okay, so we're gonna put in some mirror, we're gonna put in some white, we're gonna put in some, we're gonna do it that way. So I'm gonna start with my mirror first. No, we're gonna start with our white, and then we're gonna add the mirror over the top. I'm gonna go ahead and get my mirror here. That way we have it. We don't need that much, but I like to have a little extra. And then we're gonna take our Snow Cap, which is white, and we're gonna put that in our cup too. Okay. And the first thing we're gonna do is work on the head. So we're gonna sprinkle some in the middle. And we're gonna spread it out. And it's gonna look really thin, okay? So thin layer first. And I do mean like a very thin layer, like it's almost, you can't even almost see it. We're gonna take some of our glass and we're gonna push it in up around that little eye there so it fills in that spot. Right up in that little corner there. So everything will have like a coat of the white. And then we're going to scooch it to the corner over here. Now you can do all of your white base, like your first layer, all at once, and then come back and do the mirror over. It's whatever you want to do. You can do your white, then mirror, white, then mirror, white, then mirror. Now I'm going to take my little scoop to get into this little spot right here, and I'm going to scoop up some white, and I'm going to drop it right there. And then I'm going to scooch it over just like that. And I know you cannot really see that. I don't want to lift it up, so y'all are just going to have to imagine that you can see it, okay? It's there, I promise. Okay. There's a little white that got in the beak. We don't want that. Okay, so over this, I'm going to add my mirror now. I'm going to pour my white over here. And then we're going to swap over to our mirror. And we're going to do this over the top of our white. And we're going to smidge it over the top of all of this. And when we pour that resin over it, it's going to look really cool. Like, it's going to look sparkly, but it'll have that white in there and that mirror together. And it's going to be really good. So we're going to scoop up some of this, and then we're going to drop it over here. And drop some of this right along there. We're going to put some there. You want to make sure you fill in your edges too. You see, it's going to look so good. Okay, so I like the way that this looks. Okay, so we're going to do the rest of our areas. With the same method. So a little bit of white all over it, and then we're going to do our mirror over the top. So we're going to do all the rest of this. Now that we get an idea what it's going to look like, we're going to do all of the white at one time. So we're going to go back to our white. Finish all the little whites. You don't need a lot if you're going to do the little mixing of things, okay? Because you got to have room to put all your glass in there. So just a little bit. You're not filling it, okay? You're just dispersing a thin coat. Thin coat. Just enough to be like, oh, there's white glass in there. All right, looks good. Let's do the next one. A little goes a long way. If you're doing this like kind of by yourself, it's kind of like it keeps your mind on the task and it keeps you kind of distracted. I've had a long day. It's been one of those days. It's just been a long day. I did eat Chick-fil-A for lunch. Had 4 chicken nuggets and like 4 French fries, like waffle fries. It was really good. I haven't had Chick-fil-A in a long time. All right, so we'll come back and add our mirror. Let's do this one. Let's go ahead and do this. If you get a piece in your other color, just use your little sticky dot to pick it up. any blue in there. You keep some long hours. Yep, that's the entrepreneur life. It's true. I didn't get here until I got here at 10:30. Later. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and scoop this in to this area. We're close to the end. We just have a few more steps, and then we'll put our resin. The resin doesn't go, doesn't take too long. Right. Couple more. Drop some white in the red. I'm telling you what, it's like granules. You don't need a whole lot. Okay, let's do this one. Right there. You really want to smooth it out, spread it out really good. I always get nervous about how it's going to look. I'm going to scoop it. I'm too nervous. I feel like I put a little too much in there. Let me even this out right here in the middle. That seems pretty good. All right, last little opening, and then we'll do our mirror. Now remember, like I said, if you decide you want to do this one in particular, the white glass is not see-through. It is opaque. Like, it's not transparent. It's a solid glass. It's barely covering the bottom. You probably weren't here when I said that. I said you want a thin, bare coat to the bottom. It's even kind of splotchy looking. Like there's not some glass in some spots. All right, now we're gonna go back to our mirror. Okay, and we're gonna put that over the top of all of that white. And then that's gonna be the last step of our white, and then we're gonna do our eye and our beak. And we only need to do a little bit for that. So we're just gonna come over the top of this, put our mirror, and spread it over the top. And that's gonna fill it pretty much to the top. So see how you can see the mirror over the top of the white? When you pull this back off, it's going to look completely different. It's going to look so good. You gotta trust me. If you want to wait to see how it looks when I pull the back off tomorrow, you are welcome to do so. But it's good. It's going to be good. I just know it. I do have, get another glue dot. Because I got some mirror in the red. And right there. Okay. All right. Let's do this one right here. It looks so sparkly. Okay, we gotta be careful about this little point right here. Because it kind of goes inward. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I'm very impressed. I wasn't sure about doing it this way, but I do love it. All right, let's push that to there. All right, last side. We're getting close. We're in the home stretch. Oh, this is actual recycled mirrors. Like it's crushed, broken mirror. Oh, it got stuck to my hand. Are you watching ER?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
She's watching ER.
Better than watching what now?
That is true. So a kit we can purchase. This one doesn't come as a kit. So you would purchase the red, white, blue, mirror, whatever ones. You can get, you could probably do this with 2-ounce bags, but you're gonna need more than 2 ounces of the blue for sure. The red, maybe you're gonna need probably 3 ounces. So the best value is obviously a 16-ounce bag. But we have 2-ounce bags, 8-ounce bags, and 16-ounce bags of glass. but we only have 12 kits. Not all of our, we have almost 400 of these, so we don't make every one of these into a kit. That way you can do this Patriotic if you want to, or you could do it more traditional. But this, I'm using ruby red, mirror, snowcap, royal blue. You could get a 2-ounce bag of the black and a 2-ounce of the golden honey because you won't need as much, but you'll probably need more than that for the other colors. You'll probably only need a 2-ounce bag of the mirror and the white, but the blue and the red, you're going to need more than that. You're going to need more than 2 ounces. Alright, let me just add a little more of the mirror to the body, like the head. The pit. Oh, April, have you heard of the pit?
Yeah, it's got Dr. Carter.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but they just said you need to look up the pit.
Yeah. I watched a couple episodes. It was really good.
If you plan on doing any sort of glass crafting besides these or any other kind of crafts, this is a 16-ounce bag. These are usually $12, and they're on sale right now, 30% off. The 8-ounce bag is usually, what, $7? And then our 2-ounce bag is $3. So this is your best bang for your buck, a 16-ounce bag. And now is the time to stock up and buy it because it's 30% off. It's not in your budget, you could do 2-ounce bags, and you can just try it. Donna, if you comment the word Suncatcher, you'll be able to see all the different options on that page that Facebook is going to send you a message to. Like, that's all the black you need. Literally, it's a drizzle. Just enough to fill in the little eyeball. Alright? Like, it is what it is. The eagle, it does not come in a kit. This is style 352. So you're going to look up 352 and you're going to pick a 6-inch or a 12-inch. Then you're going to say, what glass do I need? And you're going to go get that. This outline is 25% off. The glass is 30% off. Our kits are not on sale. They're already at like a reduced price, but we don't discount our kits. But I will say, you're probably going to save more money buying everything individually than buying it as a kit with all of it like together. But this is so good. This is so stinking good. Yeah, comment the word Suncatcher. And go check out all of the different options. Y'all, we have 380 designs to choose from in 2 sizes. And then we also have these available for people who teach classes. And we offer them in bulk packs. So you can get a pack of 6, 12, or 18. And then if you do a 6-inch size, they come in a 12 pack. We only do the 6-inch in 12 packs. Now we need to do the beak. So the beak is going to be golden honey. Golden honey. And also we have 2 sizes of glass. We have the mini glass and we have the chunky glass. I'm using the mini glass. Although this would be very pretty with the chunky glass too. Amazon. If you comment the word Suncatcher, they're on that page. If you scroll through that page, read all the things, because I don't want you to just go there and get lost. Read all the things. There is a supply list and so there's a lookbook, supply list, and written instructions and tutorials all in the same download. It's like a little supply list guide. You need to go and read that because it's going to show you all the pictures, so you don't have to look through every single thing. And then there's written instructions, and then I have a Amazon list that has supplies that we recommend. All right, so there's my beak. Oh, Christine, yes, putting 250. Yes. All right, y'all, this is done. I am done with my glass. We're gonna mix up our resin. And, oh, I've gotta put my white glass in the cup. Now, you could use UV resin if you want to. It's completely up to you. Whatever you want to do, y'all. Whatever you want to do. All right, all of our cups. And these are just paper cups, so I can switch in between colors. We use Snow Cap. We use Golden Honey. We used Mirror. And we used Cosmic Coal. Royal Blue, and Ruby Red. And those are the 16-ounce bags. This is from Amazon. This is a little squishy cup, silicone cup from Amazon. These came from the dollar store. Lowe's little wood sticks. I put a sticky dot from Amazon, little glue dots on the end of a paintbrush, and that's how I cleaned up. And then we're going to use resin, and I use black paint, Deco black paint. I use a makeup sponge, all the things, okay? All the things. All right. Done with that paintbrush. We're going to use that. I don't need that sponge. We are going to use resin. Hold on. So we have resin in my shop. It's gonna come like this in a bag. It's gonna have little nozzles if you want to use them, and you're gonna get A and B. It's an 8-ounce set, so there's 8 ounces here, 8 ounces here. And you're gonna use, it's part A and B, so it's got the the letters at the top. So part A, part B, and it's equal parts, so 50-50. Mix A and B. Okay, so this is how we sell our resin. We only sell it in this size, so it's a great thing. You could do two of the, one of these will do about two 12-inch, and one of these will do like one 12-inch and like maybe 2 or 3 6-inches. One of this set will do maybe 5 6-inches. So that's the equivalent, or you can get it someplace else. But we do have resin available, and that's how it comes. And the resin is $10, but it's on sale 25% off. So take advantage of all the things. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is get us some gloves. We're gonna wear some gloves. You can wear a respirator, some gloves, do all the things you feel you need to do. I am in a giant open room. I do not wear a respirator. I have a lot of open space. It is very well ventilated here, but I do recommend that if you are doing it at home, at your kitchen table, and you're doing it inside your home, I recommend that you do wear a respirator if you can, and wear gloves. Wear gloves. I do not have a resin allergy, but there are people who do. And we're gonna use this cup. I don't have the small cups. I have no idea where my small cups are, but we're gonna use this cup right here, and we're gonna mix, we're going to mix 100. We're gonna mix, how do I want to do this? So this is the thing about this cup, is we're gonna mix equal parts. So we're gonna do 90. I think we're gonna do 90. I wish that they had a half on the marker here. Let me see if I can find another cup. I need my little cup. Where's the little cup at? Found it. We're gonna use our little cup. This is 100 milliliter. This is what we're gonna use. We're gonna do 50 and 50. We're gonna do 100 milliliters for this. This is for the bigger canvas projects, but I forgot. I put these in a different drawer. So we're gonna use this cup, and I'm gonna mark it with a marker at the 50. So we're gonna mark it at 50 because I have a hard time seeing. So we're gonna mark it 50 and the 100. That way I can see what the heck I am doing. And we're gonna fill it with part B first, and then we're gonna put in part A. So B, numero uno. So do B to the 50, and then we're gonna do A to the 100. And then you want to mix for about 3 minutes. And that I overfilled just by a little. Okay, that should be still a little too much. Let's try that. Oh, that's better. All right. So we're going to do up to the 100 with part A. Oh, let me put my glove on to pull that little seal off the top. You don't want to get it on your hands. Okay. All right, now pour this into the top. To the 100. There we go. So it's going to look cloudy, and then it's going to get clear. We're going to mix it for 3 minutes. We're going to stir it so it's going to look cloudy like this and swirly. We're going to take our stir stick and we're going to mix this really good, scraping the bottom, scraping the sides. And we're going to mix it till it's thoroughly mixed for about 3 minutes. And then we're going to drizzle this over our eagle. And just mix, mix, mix. And I'm scraping the bottom really good. And turn it, scrape it, turn it, scrape it. And then I'm going to heat this up too because I like it to be a little bit warm. And like a warm syrup consistency than molasses. Because that's what I feel like it is right now. It's kind of thick and molassesy. So mix, mix, mix. Really good. You'll start to see when it starts to get clear again. And just keep mixing. Scrape your sides. This is the part you cannot skip. If you don't have it thoroughly mixed, it will not cure. And resin doesn't dry necessarily, it hardens. And it takes several days for it to completely harden, like all the way through. So you want to make sure that you keep it flat to cure for a few days before you hang it because it will still have movement if it's not fully cured. All right, this is starting to get clear again. I'm gonna do one last scrape around the edges, and then we're gonna get our heat tool. And then we're gonna start drizzling. All right, I'm gonna put this on about 220, so it's warm but not burning, and it's not gonna melt my cup, but it's gonna warm up my cup and warm up my resin. And I'm gonna lay it down, and I'm going to just keep turning my cup in front of the heat. Just warm it up. It'll help pop those bubbles too. Okay, it's pretty clear. It's pretty warmed up. Let's turn that off now. All right, so now that we've got our resin, you can see it's almost completely clear. Like, you can see through it now. So I know that I mixed it for well more than 3 minutes. Now we're gonna take our cup and we're going to drizzle our resin over the openings, not to overfill it. So you want to put a little, let it level. Put a little, let it level. Come back and add more if you need to, okay? So we're going to start with our little stir stick here, and we're going to just drizzle right over the middle. And we're going to let that do its thing. So it's going to look like this, and then as it starts to dissipate around the glass, it's going to look a little different. All right, we're gonna come up here to this head, and we're gonna go like around and drizzle around our edges, go over our little eyeball. And we're probably gonna have resin left over. And you do not want to pick this up and move it. Don't do it. So drizzle just a little on the beak. Back over this, and you can see where the body, do you see where it's starting to like go around? That's what we want. All right, let's come up here, go over the top of this, go ahead and keep going, come back over, less is more, come here, go over the top, this one, and just let it do what it's going to do. You don't want to just go pouring, because you need to see how it's going to settle around all your glass pieces. So just drizzle. Whoops. Little goes a long way. Back over here. Let's get the bottom. And we're gonna let this cure overnight, and we're not gonna move it. We're gonna leave it flat where it's at. Now I like to overfill mine sometimes because I like the way it looks real glassy, but sometimes I underfill it because I like the texture too. It's preference. Now, if you want your back to be shiny, once it's cured, you can flip it over and do a coat of resin on the back side. So whatever you decide you want to do. We're going to go all the way around. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this craft today. We haven't done one of these in a long time. And so I wanted to do one today. For sure. Tanya, are you at the place to get on your cruise? Like, have you reached your destination? I know Orlando is not that far. I think you said you were going to Orlando or something. I don't remember where you said you were going. Maybe it was a cruise. Maybe it was just Orlando. I don't know. But I hope you have a great trip. Okay, now that we've done every single opening, we've had time for our resin to kind of settle over here, letting it do its own thing. We're gonna come back and we're gonna fill it back in. So if you wanted to leave less resin, you're gonna get this textured look with the glass, okay? You can leave it that way, or you can add more resin to it, okay? Whatever you wanna do. I'm gonna go ahead and fill mine with just a little bit more, because I feel like I need that. I don't want to overfill. I don't want it underfilled. Add a little over this body. Definitely need to get around the edges. Okay, we're gonna let that kind of settle. Let's do that. Let's come down here to our tail. Now the other thing I like to do is paint my frame with the resin. I really like that part. Go around our edges. Red right there, right there. We're gonna do some up here. You just want to make sure you have enough resin to coat every piece of glass so that it doesn't fall out. All right, let's come on to this side. We're in the home stretch. It's been a full day, y'all. I think we've got it. Pretty good. The only thing I think I want to do is add the resin to my frame. I think everything looks pretty coated. You can really see at some point where it needs it. All right, so I have this resin left over, y'all. I could have done 50. I have half of it left over, which I did not do very good at my guessing. So just in case you're doing this one, mix about 50. Yes, we painted the outline black. We always paint the outline black, where I paint the outline black. Some people leave it wood. I don't leave it wood. I prefer it painted, but that's just my preference. So we're gonna get a crappy paintbrush. I say a crappy paintbrush. We're gonna get a crappy used paintbrush, and we're gonna paint our frame. You can use what's on here, and you can spread it out. You can also kind of like fix your little white spots if you have little white areas showing from your paper underneath. You can tap through, make sure you get your edges really good. You need to shift your glass like it's heavy in a couple areas. Just move it around. Okay. Just like that. Alright. So you can also add glass after you've added your resin. I have a piece of glass on my brush. Alright, so we're gonna go and start connecting over the black. So this resin is going to connect to this one. So I'm just going to tap across. And that's how we're going to coat our wood with the resin we currently have. And if we need more, we will add more. If you see a piece of glass that's not the right color in an opening, you just can scoop it and move it. Scoop and move. And I'm just tapping. You do not want to tap it off the edge, because if you have it running off the edge, it'll continue to travel off the edge. You don't want that. So, and you'll see when you need to add more resin. Like you need to go dip your brush. You'll see that. But I like to coat my wood frame. It is a little extra step. Some people don't do that. I do the extra things because I just like the way it looks. And I'm going to go ahead and dip my brush and apply some resin here because it's kind of not a lot. And then we're going to do the absolute outer border last. So last is the outer edge. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and tap through here. Up top, I feel like it needs some right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a reflection happening, but if you can't see it, it's looking really good. Looks really fantastic. Okay, so that looks pretty good on that side. Let me go ahead and connect the head with the middle. And that resin is going to start to travel and connect with each other. And if you have any glass on your wood frame, just move it so it's not on your wood frame. You'll typically see it. Alright, let's come along here. There is a piece of glass right there on the wood. Alright. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Alright, so now we want to connect all of this. So the resin will start to dome in the little pockets, and then as soon as you tap through and connect them, the resin will like connect to each other. Like it'll just, it looks really good. Right. Tap through here, just like so. Is that red? It's blue. Right. Connect that. All right, we'll come back down here and do the bottom. Piece of glass right there. All right, let's do the top. Hello?
Hey, I can't remember what the crochet butterfly looks like.
I can do it whenever I get done.
Okay. I'll just leave that one blank then, because I genuinely cannot remember what it's supposed to look like.
Okay. I'm doing the resin craft, and so when I get done, I'll do it whenever I get done.
Oh, you're live.
Yes.
I'm 2 for 2. Fantastic.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. No problem. Bye. She's like, I can't remember what this looks like. I'm like, I can take care of it when I get done. Oh my gosh. I told her I was going to do my project. I don't think she remembered. She's working on the t-shirts for tomorrow. And she came up here and was getting all the pictures, like all the stuff. But it's new, so she can't remember what stuff looks like. So I can go in there and look before I leave. Oh my gosh, this is gonna look so good, y'all. I know you cannot see it and envision it right now, but just wait till it's done. It's gonna be so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Y'all, these do take a little bit longer and they do require a little bit of patience, and it's very hands-on, but it's so good. And they're so fun. I always love making these. Okay, so the last thing we want to do now is our outer, like the outer perimeter. And you want to be really careful not to add too much resin, because if you overfill this, whatever is here is going to travel wherever resin has been. It's going to go there. So you want to try and use what you have to just coat it. Okay, so we just want to use what resin we have here and tap and move it over here. You just want to coat it. You don't want to like oversaturate it. You don't want it to be like flooded. You just want a little coating. Like, and I'm talking a little coating. Because it can go south fast. I've had that happen where I've like, oh, I need more. And I put more, and then the next day I come back and all the resin has run off the edges because I added too much. So there is a such thing as too much, even though it looks like there's not enough. I promise you there is a such thing as too much. So I'm just going to pull this to the edge and let it travel. Little bit, little bit, little bit. You can pull and move if you need to. That's a blue, so I'm going to put the blue back. And we're going to go lightly to the edge. There's blue, red. There's red. Okay, this is the I'm bored. This is the boring part. But it's so necessary. It just makes it look so good. It makes it look finished. It makes it look glass coated, like it's glass. I like the black because it reminds me of like a leaded iron look. And then you can coat your hooks if you want to, or you can leave them. It's whatever your preference is. All right, that side right there is done. There is a piece of glass right there. All right, let's do this border down here all the way around. I can see glass on the wood. All right, let's connect this one. And now, like I said, we're gonna let this cure overnight. And then I can peel the little paper back off, but we're still gonna let it cure longer before we hang it. Okay, let's do around this way. Okay. We're in the home stretch. 9 or 7, they're 9. Go and use a listing that's sold out from yesterday. You can go to the inactive. It's not in the draft. You can just use an inactive one and duplicate it. Alright, I think I might have too much right there. I'm trying to craft and keep track of the comments too at the same time. Alright, let's do the head. Alright. Let's go to our edge. Around our head. Michelle, it's 9 moving forward, and you're going to go to the inactive. Here, let me just text you. Let me just text you. It's so much easier to do that. I think it is, it's the inactive. It'll say like, hold on, let me see what it looks like. Oops. Inventory. Go to inactive, and it's going to say, hold on, I gotta figure out what it is. No. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this and put it in the draft. And call it use this. Okay, so use this. You go. use this. Okay, so it's going to be quantity 1. And save changes. Okay, and we're going to put this in. So I'm going to go ahead and make it active to go in the show for tomorrow, and you can just use that one. So we're going to hit save. All right, so it should be in the active, draft, active. Right there, okay? It should say, use this random unisex graphic tee, see show notes, pick your size, ready to wear, okay? There you go. Right there. That's the one, because that's the description I want people to read. Right there. This is the description I want people to read this. Right there. That's the new description. So save that, and then you can duplicate that for every single one of them. And then I will text you that. Go to active. Active. And use that one. There you go. Problem solved. All right. Let's finish what we're doing. Let's finish our project. All right, we're going around the little beak, so I'm going to be extra careful. Extra careful, because I don't want it to leak everywhere. But I want to make sure we have enough resin there. All right, and then we're going to come right along here, and this is going to be the last part that we do. And then we're going to spritz it with some alcohol, and we're going to leave it till tomorrow. So if you're following this step by step, or on the replay or whatever, this is how I do mine. You can skip the border, like the wood outline, and do nothing. You could just leave it be. So whatever you want. And this resin, I'm going to let cure in this cup. I'm not even going to use it on something else. I'm just going to move along. I'm not doing my hooks. I'm going to leave those.
That's from One Piece.
Oh my gosh. So close.
Yeah. It's like way later.
All right. That should be it. That should be every bit of it completely done. All right. I don't think I missed anything. I like the way that it looks. Everything looks pretty edge to edge. I don't need to do any mixing. I think everything looks really, really good. I don't see any spots. You can double check. There is one little piece of blue right here, but I think I'm just going to let it be. It'll be fine. I have this resin left over that I'm just going to, like I said, I'm just going to let it sit and cure on this here wipe. And we're going to get our alcohol. And we're going to spray this so I can clean this. So my spot's nice and clean. And I'm going to let this stick and this paintbrush cure in here. And I'm just going to leave it right there. Just to do its thing. It'll be just fine. All right, now I'm going to spray this with this alcohol. It's 97% or 95%. It's a 90% of something. And I'm just going to help it just spray over it. It's going to help pop bubbles. It's going to make it cure and the finish look a little bit more cleaner. And it's going to just look really good. So I like to spritz it. Completely up to you. I'm going to pull these gloves off. I'm going to turn my lights down so you can see how it looks. Just take the lights down just a little bit. It's going to get kind of dark. But now you can kind of see it's dark. But now the glare's not on there. And you'll be able to see like all the different colors, how it looks. There is a little bit of a reflection like right through here. But it looks so much better. Now you can see how pretty it is. But I'm going to turn the lights back on just for a second. Don't move it. If you're going to do a project like this, I know the white is not great balance. If you're going to do a project like this, please don't pick this up and move it. Every time somebody has said, well, when I asked someone what they did when it was leaking, they said that they moved it. They're like, oh, well, I just moved it to this other place for it to set. Like, you need to leave it where you make it, because if this starts to lift away, everything you just put in there will start to leak out the bottom and the edges. So I don't have anything leaking at this point. I could come back tomorrow and be like, oh gosh, I had a little spot there. But right now it's good. So this is the 352 12-inch Eagle. We did this from start to finish. We're going to let it cure overnight. After about 24 hours, you can pull this off. Ruby red. I need to go check the room to see if we have ruby red. I need to go see if we have any ruby red. It could be sold out because we don't have any ruby red. So I will go check that before I leave, and then I will update the inventory. I'm going to run back there and look at the glass, because a lot of people have been buying glass, and some of our glass we make, like the glass we color ourselves, we had it made, well, Kyler made it yesterday. So I know it's drying. I don't know that it's dry yet. But before I leave, some of our colors that we make may be out of stock. But y'all, it'll be, the inventory will be back in stock at least by tomorrow. So if I don't have it in there tonight, it will be in there tomorrow. Our sale ends tomorrow at midnight. So, or 11:59. But I'm going to go back there. That is the thing I have to do on my checklist before I leave here. So this was our craft. I need to go check the glass room really quick, and then I'm going to head home. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you had a great time. I hope you loved this one. If you are new to these type of crafts, please go give them a look. Go check them out. I'll report back tomorrow with what this looks like. I'll do a little video. I'll do a little story. I'll take a picture, and I'll keep you updated. And then when it's all finished, I'll take a finished picture, and you guys will have this as inspiration if you want to do yours like this. Now, I did this patriotic style. I did it patriotic style, but you could do this like an actual brown eagle, like a real eagle. I just went this route. I know the lights are very glary. It's because this is very wet, but if I take the lights off, then it's going to be really dark. So y'all, be sure to check out our sale. Comment the word party if you are on Facebook. Don't forget to get in that giveaway for the toolboxes that we're doing. If you are on YouTube, you will need to go to the description of the video. The keywords do not work. And it is also, if you want to check out the specific Suncatcher collection and all the details, you can comment the word Suncatcher. If you just want to check out glass, you can comment the word glass. But our sale information, the keyword for that is party. And then don't forget our t-shirt show tomorrow. On Whatnot, we are doing a t-shirt show for my birthday. We have lots of giveaways there too. We have a packed week this week. You can comment the word show. And then don't forget, tomorrow is the absolute very last day to sign up for our t-shirt club and our subscription craft box. Last day is the 30th. So if you sign up by April 30th, you're going to get the May things. You're going to get the May shirt and you're going to get the May box. If you wait to join in May, you're going to get the June shirt and June box. Okay. So just keep that in mind. We do everything a month in advance. So y'all enjoy your evening. I'm going to head home. It's been a very long, busy day. If I missed your comments, send me a message or an email and I will respond to them. I will do the best I can to support you, but I'm going to go do these other tasks before I leave, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all enjoy your evening. I'll see you next